How did they do it? This is how. They had big sacks filled with big balls. That's the only difference. They don't even return your calls, do they, around Christmas? Isn't that your excuse? Isn't it? Of course it is. And Jay asked me if I wanted to speak to the group. I spoke to the group from about 1 in the afternoon till 7 that night. Without a piss, without a water, with nothing. And I said, if this is what this business is, I'm gonna eat these motherfuckers alive. But I was dead wrong, because I didn't realize nobody in the audience had self-esteem. I didn't know, and just like the people that come to see me don't have self-esteem. I didn't understand that. That's why I didn't connect the fucking dots. As smart as I am, and I'm a smart motherfucker, I didn't understand. The kids didn't even know what self-esteem was. They barely had a concept of self-confidence, which is not the same. But the 60 hours or 70 hours or whatever we spend here in the seminar, it can change 300,000 hours. If you go back and immerse yourself with QLA, do you really think that everybody in the room gave me enough information to either buy the deal, buy a company, sell a company, or merge it? A good portion of you turned something in just to get somebody off your back. And that's the story of your life. Just in case there is a guy up there, and I am guilty as shit. I'm buying those fucking 240 nuns. I mean, every fucking day they pray for me. 40 priests, 50 brothers, every fucking day. I'm on a rocket ship to heaven, if it's there. And most high performance people don't have time. And regrets are a bitch. And now you maybe can relate more. Not everybody deserved to be born. We all know real assholes that shouldn't have been born, either because they're taking advantage of us. Sal and I have been arguing for decades about who's poorest, her or me, the way we were raised. And the decision was made to have harmony in my marriage. But rather than me argue with it for another 20, 30 years, yeah, honey, you were poorer than me. Sally had a gerbil. You know what a gerbil is? Like a rat. That was her pet. She lived in a caravan, a mobile home, basically, about this big. And her mother tells me she can't possibly remember that caravan. And Sally can tell you the color of the drapes in the caravan, the sheets, the color of the dirty carpet, and she remembers that shit. And when I'm in the South, I say, we were so poor we had a possum for a dog. Toastmaster used to be. I don't know if they still have that kind of at Toastmaster. They used to say, you know, I'm a girl, tell me why I should go to sleep with you. Now they don't do that. I'm sure they don't do that anymore. But they used to back in the day. Let me up there. Oh, I'll sell that bitch right quick. There's a difference between phone sales and direct sales. So at the end of the day, we're closing them eyeball to eyeball. And not everybody's comfortable with that. I thrive on that because I look at it as my will over their will. Remember, my definition of leadership is me getting you, and you to do what I want you to do when I want you to do it. Not when they gotta talk to your son-in-law, talk to your lawyer, talk to your accountant. Like some of you look more self-confident than you are. In fact, most of you do. And that's not saying much, so that's not a compliment, so don't take it as a compliment. You only have 2 times to make a first impression, right? 1, the way you look, and number 2, when you open your big fucking mouth. So you can tear away all your looks and your dress and you look professional and you open your mouth and you say something stupid. We replaced these. We had a lifetime, but that was a stupid thing I ever did, a lifetime replacement. What a fucking moron. Whoever fucking marketing genius taught me that, idiot. Instead of 1 year, 2 years or something like that. Well, you know you're at the top of your game. The bank doesn't want you to come to the meeting anymore because the banks haven't wanted me to come to meetings for 25, 30 years. They know that I'll walk out of the deal. If I don't like what I hear, fuck you, the deal's dead. Well, we've got $900,000 in fees on the books, Mr. Peña. Well, you can eat them or you can put them where the sun doesn't shine, whatever you like. But then you gotta be prepared to walk. And the deal you took too long to find has a high probability of going down the shitter. It's like that last turd when you flush the toilet, it seems, it's not gonna, then it goes down. That's you though, because really when you sell product, it's a pain in the ass because now they expect customer service and I'm not real high on that. Why is everybody laughing? Fuck you, strong letter to follow. Well, I think they got fucked for a good reason, fuck them. Everybody says they're gonna improve operation and all I'm getting is emails about how they stole the working capital. Yeah, we have reps and warranties, but I don't have enough money to enforce them, I can't go to court. A lot of these things you're protected against, but you gotta spend money for the protection, meaning you gotta get a lawyer, write a letter, threaten a court case, a lawsuit against them, and that all costs money. How did they do it? This is how. They had big sacks filled with big balls. That's the only difference. All of us have about 3 million whores. I've been fucked at every one of them at least twice. And as they say in the Netherlands, not in a good way. Being fucked and being betrayed are two different things. Betrayed is somebody you have had confidence in, that you thought had your back, six, and all that bullshit about, I've got your six, and then they let you down. That's betrayal. Betrayal. Just plain letting you down is that a lot of people have, they allow their alligator mouth to overload their hummingbird ass. In other words, they overpromise and underdeliver. Most people overpromise, underdeliver. Now, in this project, you don't do that because and I tell you from the get-go, this is a hard motherfucker. I'm not in love with any deals. Once in a while, I fall in love with a deal, and I've gotten fucked for it. But how much time am I willing to invest in a deal? And I don't invest hardly any time. And like I said, I would have skipped some of the acquisitions that you've already described because I wouldn't peel the onion back enough to see that it was a terrific deal. So that's the shortfall in my methodology, personal methodology, not QLA. Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I want an answer right away. And now the kids that come to the seminar really want me to just go do a deal for them. They'd give me 99% of the fucking proceeds. They give me all the proceeds just if I did a deal for them. But if I did that, then why do I need you? We got a kid, and I already explained this to the other mentees. He just walked by, and he kind of looked back, and then he walked by with his tail between his legs, and he just went in and he got a cab. What the fuck? Manhood has deteriorated since 1993-4, if you haven't noticed. You're talking about you studied this, you studied that, which really means spreadsheet. What is there to spreadsheet? There's nothing. And so I was willing to put up money to fight. You've heard that story, but the kid didn't want to fight. I'm putting up the money, not a nickel from you. To me, that's a no-brainer. But he said he didn't want to fight. Because fighting, as Raymond again will attest to, is not easy in court. It's debilitating. It can be demoralizing. It can be embarrassing, all the above. And we all have skeletons. I got more skeletons than most, but we've all got skeletons, and those fucking things come up. It's like a horror movie, Boom, the skeleton. Is this true? Is this a picture of you, Mr. Peña, in 1966? Yes, Your Honor. Why weren't you wearing any clothes, Mr. Peña? It seemed like the right thing to do at the time. I'll know I'm at the top of my game when the banking system changes and doesn't allow us to slip under the door. I will know then. That's never going to happen, but not in my lifetime. We're taking advantage of a legal flaw in the system. Just as I came up with the idea to take an option public on the London Stock Exchange, which nobody had ever done before, and I've been able to eke out opportunities like that and go where nobody else has gone before me. Now, this has lasted, I've told you, way, way longer than I ever thought it would, because I thought that the system would have changed by now. But do you know what it would entail to change the banking system, to preclude us from doing what we do? It's beyond your wildest imagination. It's not possible. We shouldn't be able to get deals done with no money, with you being flat fucking broke like you are. The whole system for 500 years of banking has been based on just the opposite of that. We take equity, and if the credit doesn't turn out, at least we sell off his shit and assets to repay part of the credit, hopefully all the credit. But he can't do that to us because we got nothing in the game. This is my time. I was born 40,000 years too late. I can just boom! I don't like what you say. I'll take that hag. Boom! I get crazy just thinking about it. But that's my personality. And kids, that's why I could do it from Boxing Day to the 31st to get a deal done. And why most people can't. You understand? Because you're not aggressive enough. But if you had been more aggressive, do you think you would have accomplished more since you attended the last seminar? It's a no-brainer. From my lips to Allah's ears, you should be like them, barbarians. Even the fucking ugly ones, the dirty ones, even the crooks. I'd rather have it be crooked. I jumped up immediately and I said, me not loveless, me Peña. Your Honor, with the greatest respect, men and women of the jury, you only get tired when you're fucking lying. But all I know is he did it in 73 days and now he's done 7 more. You see, you don't want to believe you don't have to know anything. That's the second hardest thing for the kids to get over. And when I say I didn't know that oil and gas, I thought they came up 2 different holes. I mean, in the oil business, you say that he's bullshitting. That's not possible. I didn't know there was a separator at the time. I didn't know what a fucking separator was because you're wishing and hoping, just like on your fucking deals. Well, maybe if I send her a nice card and some flowers and some candy and shit, make her fatter than she is. Just spread that. I used to tell the girls, just spread that candy on your fat ass. Don't even bother your stomach to digest it. And they loved it. Maybe it's the cute way I used to say it. I'm not sure. John, you're the captain of the Yellow. I just realized how the yellow Asian, I didn't even do that on purpose. No shit, huh? Now some of the guys in the room will take offense to that, but there's no shame in it. You never had a chance. And we know why you never had a chance, don't we? But so those are the things that I look at. And when I look at the summary of financials okay? And it's going to have top line, but not projected top line. 5 years down the road, I don't give a fuck what happens in 5 years. I don't give a fuck what's happened next year. We're buying it on trailing historical numbers. I don't want to see all the bullshit, just the financial summary data. And so I'm first generation Mexican, but in the Hispanic community, it means something. I don't know why. As a Mexican, I don't know why it means a fucking thing. We got some Latinos in the room. Why? Just because I'm first generation Mexican and I got to be super rich, because that's all we've got. And I said, which they cut out of the article, if I'm the best we fucking got, which I've already said, we're in big fucking trouble. I wish that, again, love, I really don't wish love worked. That's a lie. There's intergalactic truth, intercontinental truth, local truth, and then our truth. But the idea behind and the things you're going to see at night are icons that thought big. Some of the icons died with a lot of money. Some of the icons died fucking dead broke. Did he continue after the plug was pulled?
Yes.
Your plug hasn't been pulled, other than by you. Nobody has gone out of their way to pull the plug on your dream. The only person possible to pull the plug on your dream is you, nobody else.